Have you ever walked into a room, called your cat by name, and gotten absolutely no response? Maybe you've offered a toy, or tried to pet them, only to be completely ignored. It can feel frustrating or even a little hurtful, especially if you're used to the enthusiasm of a dog or expect a certain level of interaction from your pet. But here's the thing, when your cat ignores you, it's not because they don't like you, and it's certainly not personal. Cats have long been seen as mysterious, standoffish animals, especially when compared to dogs. But this stereotype isn't entirely accurate. Cats aren't cold or uncaring, they're just different. The way they communicate, show affection, and form attachments is subtle. And if you're not tuned into how cats operate, it's easy to misinterpret their behavior as disinterest. When a dog ignores you, it's usually a sign something's wrong. With cats, ignoring can actually mean a wide range of things, from comfort to overstimulation to communication on their terms. So the first important truth is this: just because your cat doesn't rush over to greet you doesn't mean they're ignoring you in the way you think. Their behavior is often intentional, and if you learn to read it, you'll realize they're more tuned in than you ever knew. Reason 1. Cats are independent by nature. Unlike dogs, who were domesticated primarily for cooperation and social bonding with humans, cats were originally valued for their hunting skills. They've retained much of that independence. Your cat may not come when called because, biologically, they don't feel compelled to. It doesn't mean they're not listening. They're simply choosing whether or not to respond. In fact, research shows that cats do recognize their owner's voice. A well-known study from the University of Tokyo confirmed that cats can distinguish their names from other words and tones. They just don't always respond in ways we expect. So yes, your cat hears you, but responding, that's up to them. Reason 2, your cat might be overstimulated. Cats are sensitive to their environment. Loud noises, sudden movements, or being touched too frequently can overwhelm them. If your cat is in a state of overstimulation, they might appear to ignore you as a way to protect their personal space. You might notice this especially after a lot of interaction or when guests are over. Your cat might retreat to a quiet room and seem distant. But in reality, they're just resetting their internal balance. They're not mad at you, they just need space. If you suspect overstimulation is the reason your cat seems to be ignoring you, give them time to decompress. They'll come back to you when they're ready. Reason 3. You're not speaking their language. Cats communicate using body language, scent, and energy. While humans rely heavily on voice, cats pay closer attention to your posture, movement, and tone. If you're calling your cat with a loud, excited voice or moving toward them quickly, they might interpret this as aggressive or disruptive. Instead, try softening your voice, sitting down at their level, or offering a slow blink. One of the most trusted signals of feline affection. This calm, gentle approach tells your cat that you're safe and not a threat. Over time, they may respond more positively. Also, pay attention to your own scent. If you've been around other animals or environments with strong smells, your cat might need time to adjust before approaching you. Reason 4. They're content, and that's a good thing. Here's an often overlooked truth. When a cat feels completely comfortable and secure, they may become less outwardly interactive. If your cat's ignoring you while lounging near you, it could actually be a sign of trust. They feel so safe in your presence that they don't feel the need to be constantly alert or engaged. In cat behavior terms, ignoring you from a distance is often a relaxed state. Your cat is present, just not demanding attention. This is actually a compliment in the feline world. Reason 5. Your timing might be off. Cats have their own schedules. They sleep a lot, often 12 to 16 hours a day, and their most active periods are usually early morning and evening. If you're trying to engage your cat in the middle of one of their naps, or when they're resting, they're less likely to respond. Try interacting with your cat when they're more alert. You'll have better luck during their natural play windows, like early morning or just after sunset. These are times when they're more receptive to attention, stimulation, and bonding. Reason 6. They're waiting for an invitation. Some cats are naturally more reserved. They may take longer to warm up, especially if they've had traumatic experiences, come from shelters, or weren't socialized well as kittens. If this sounds like your cat, ignoring you might be their way of observing safely from a distance until they're ready. In this case, the best thing you can do is create positive associations with your presence. Use treats, toys, or soft talking to make every interaction gentle and rewarding. Over time, even the most distant cats often become loyal companions. If you want to encourage more interaction from your cat, the key is to let the relationship develop at their pace. Be consistent, be calm, offer playtime, treats, and soft interaction without forcing it. Make time for brief but meaningful activities. Engage in short play sessions with a feather wand. Sit quietly and read while your cat is in the room. Let them come to you. These small moments build trust and communicate affection in a way cats understand and appreciate. Over time, you'll likely see a shift in your cat's behavior. They may start initiating contact more often, rubbing against your legs or choosing to sit near you. And those moments, subtle though they may be, are your cat's way of saying you matter to them. If your cat seems to ignore you, it doesn't mean they're rejecting you. Most of the time, it's about how cats communicate, how they process the world, and how they manage their own boundaries. It's less about distance and more about trust. By watching your cat's behavior with patience and curiosity, rather than expectation, you begin to see their subtle signals of affection. And when you do, your relationship with your cat becomes less about trying to get their attention, and more about understanding how they already show it. Thanks for spending time with me today to explore why cats sometimes seem like they're ignoring us. If this video gave you new insight into your cat's behavior, please subscribe to the channel for more realistic, thoughtful pet advice. We're here to help you better understand your furry companions without the fluff or exaggeration. See you in the next video.